Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome to the Miracle Flight Deck, a Miracle Flights podcast.
Welcome to the Miracle Flight Deck, a Miracle Flights podcast. I am Nicole Padberg-Monkdale, the multimedia producer here at Miracle Flights, and I'm joined by my co-host.
Hello. I'm Cassandra, a.k.a. Cassie Castanino, and I am the events coordinator here at Miracle Flights.
And what is it that we do here at Miracle Flights, Cassie?
Miracle Flights is a national nonprofit organization that provides free commercial flights to children in need of life-changing medical care not found in their local communities.
That's right. And today we are going to talk to some of our volunteers. Now, Cassie, didn't you actually start as a volunteer here at Miracle Flights?
I did, which is just so incredible that now I'm the events coordinator. It just goes to show you that, you can start out as a volunteer and morph into the amazing events coordinator you see before you.
And you're the perfect person to do the interviews today because you started out as a volunteer.
Yes.
Now you work here as the events coordinator. And as the events coordinator, you tend to be the person that is in direct contact with the volunteers quite often, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So I do coordinate volunteers as well. So we work very closely together.
And Cassie, who are we going to talk to today?
So today we're talking to Sherry, who has been with Miracle Flights for several years now. She is my volunteer extraordinaire, been with us at probably every event that I've done since I've started at Miracle Flights.
Yeah.
And also Paul, who is an in-flight supervisor for Southwest Airlines. And he's also a volunteer coordinator.
Well, Cassie, let's hear from Paul. I can't wait to listen to this interview with him.
Excellent. I'm so excited. I'd love to welcome one of our favorite volunteers and our volunteer ambassador, the in-flight supervisor of Southwest, Paul Rogers. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hey, Cassandra, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to have you. And we know you're super busy, so we appreciate you taking just a little bit of time for us here today.
Never too busy for Miracle Flights.
Oh, we appreciate you so much. So to start off, I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with Southwest.
Yeah, my name's Paul Rogers. I'm an in-flight supervisor here at Southwest. I've been with the company for about 19 years. I'm also a volunteer ambassador, which means that I help Southwest find amazing charities and opportunities for our employees to get involved in the local community. I'm one of 3 volunteer ambassadors here in Las Vegas, and I was introduced to Miracle Flights because of our long-standing partnership with Miracle Flights and Southwest.
That's fantastic. Absolutely. And of course, I don't know if a lot of people know, but Southwest is one of our biggest partners and have been incredibly generous in helping us fly these children and their families. So it's such a great and lovely partnership.
Well, Miracle Flights is a perfect fit for us because we absolutely love what you do. And the work that you do is critical to families all over the United States. So we're happy to be a partner.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Can you take us through a day in the life of an in-flight supervisor?
Yeah, well, I basically provide internal customer service to our over 2,000 flight attendants based here in Las Vegas. It kind of assists them with their role and serving our wonderful passengers that fly us every day.
That's incredible. Do you have any stories that stick out to you that you'd like to share? Anything exciting maybe recently that's happened?
Well, Southwest Airlines has lots of exciting changes coming, so just helping them navigate those changes and updating our training and getting prepared to welcome our customers in a whole new way has been very exciting.
That's fantastic. Yeah, a lot of great changes. I know we've all heard about these, so very excited for the future for sure. And speaking of course, excitement, you volunteered with us for a couple different events that we've had, our wine walk last year and recently Soiree. Would you like to give us just a little bit of insight of what it's like to volunteer for our events?
Well, volunteering for Miracle Flights is great because you're helping such an important charity that does such great work. But the events are just as fun, if not the best part of volunteering. Our employees consistently ask to go back to volunteer for Miracle Flights. The wine walk was fantastic. We got to assist them with passing out wine samples throughout Summerlin, which was so much fun and raising money for a great cause. The soiree is unlike any event I've ever been to. It's held in a private hangar, beautiful aircraft. Everyone dresses up to the nines. It's so much fun to be able to help facilitate and execute. I would encourage anyone looking to get involved with Miracle Flights to assist at either one of these amazing events, because not only will you make a difference, but you'll go home with a huge smile on your face, and you'll enjoy it as much as the guests. I promise you.
I love that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. See, you're an excellent ambassador for our events as well, because they're just so much fun. Is there a certain moment at soiree that stuck out to you that you really enjoyed or helped out at? Because I know we had you in a few different areas there that night.
Yeah, I'll say that at the beginning of the event, it's just great to, one of the things that volunteers do is assist in shuttling our guests to and from the event via golf cart. So it's great to have that one-on-one interaction with them, and on the way in be able to kind of speak about what Miracle Flights does. And I think once you really express what the need is and the need that they fulfill, seeing people's faces light up, and you can kind of see that light bulb go off, that like they're really helping something that's highly important. But then for me personally, I loved at the end of the night taking people back to their vehicles and whatnot, and hearing how much fun they had and what a great time they had. That's the best part, just hearing all of the kudos for your staff and everyone who puts on this event every year. It's definitely one that people come back to time and time again.
I love that. And that's fantastic to hear too, because of course, for us working the events, at Miracle Flights, it's hard to be everywhere at once. So it's really lovely to hear that, a different side, to hear that you were able to connect with a lot of our guests. And I just think that's so phenomenal. I did want to tease one thing too.
It makes me proud to be a small part of Miracle Flights.
Oh, and we love having you. I did want to tease, I don't know if you're aware yet, but we are having our second annual wine walk at Downtown Summerlin on November 22nd this year. So we will be in touch, Paul, because we definitely want you and the Southwest team there again.
We've already put it on our calendar, and our flight attendants are already looking forward to it. November is Heart in Action Month for us here at Southwest, meaning that we challenge our employees to find different ways to put their heart into action. So we are really excited about the wine walk because it's going to be a great way for people to get involved.
I just love it. And that's another fun thing, too, that part of our logo is we have the heart, and so do you. So I think that's such another lovely connection that we both share, that we, both of our organizations, put our heart into everything that we do.
Absolutely.
And Paul, before we go, one more thing. Would you like to share any information, any tidbits of wisdom, anything that you would like to share with our families and listeners?
Just anyone who's listening who's thinking about getting involved with Miracle Flights, whether you're thinking about donating your time or donating your resources, I promise you that your donations really go to a great cause. Another great part about my job is I get to see the families that Miracle Flights serves here at the airport and in our operation, and seeing them get the care and the help that they need really brings joy to my heart, and it kind of closes the loop in seeing what their organization does. So I would challenge anyone who's looking to make a difference to please choose Miracle Flights. The work that they do is absolutely phenomenal, and they truly make a difference in so many people's lives.
Oh, fantastic and well said. Thank you again, Paul, for your time. We appreciate you so much.
Well, thanks for having me, and I look forward to seeing everybody at the wine walk, and more importantly at the soiree. I'm sure tickets will be on sale shortly, so please come join us. It's a fabulous evening.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you are just wonderful. Thank you again so much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, Cassie, I'm really excited. Let's hear from Sherry, our long-standing, she probably has like the most volunteer hours of all of our volunteers, right?
Yeah, and we're going to find out today how long she's been volunteering with us.
Well, I can't wait to hear your interview with Sherry.
I can't wait. I am so excited to introduce yet another amazing volunteer that we've had at Miracle Flights for a very long time, our volunteer extraordinaire, Sherry! Yay. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're very welcome.
So grateful. Thank you. I know you're super busy. You two, you and Paul stay super busy. So I am very excited to have you. To get started, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what keeps you busy outside of volunteering?
Okay. Sure. So I live in Henderson with my husband and my dog,
Oh,
and I work full time from my home for a media buying company and a telecommunications company. I'm executive vice president of operations.
oh, oh.
So I do keep busy with that. My daughter is in the military. She's in the Air Force, and she's currently stationed at the Pentagon.
Oh,
And I
wow.
just went to visit her, so that was exciting.
That's lovely.
And we like to ski, and here in Vegas, we like to go to concerts. So
That's fantastic. First off, I'd like to say thank you for your daughter's service. That is incredible. And do you just have one daughter?
yes,
Oh, I love that. That's amazing.
she's
Aw.
married, and her husband's there as well. He's a pilot.
Oh, wow.
In the military.
In the military. Well, thank you to both of them for their
Yes.
service. That's amazing.
Yes.
You mentioned concerts. Do you have a favorite band or favorite concert you've been to?
Gosh, we have been to so many here. It is so exciting to live here and go to all these concerts. So a lot of country ones.
I love that.
But went back to my roots, AC/DC.
All
Just saw them
right.
here, which is exciting. That was my very first concert when way back when.
Oh,
So,
wow. Just a couple
impulsive.
years ago, right? Just a couple years ago.
Yes, yes, yes.
One of my favorites, Shook Me All Night Long. Love that song.
Yes.
That's always a good one.
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic. I love that. So it sounds like you stay pretty busy
Yeah,
outside of
definitely.
volunteering. So again, we thank you for volunteering since, I mean, you have a lot on your plate there. Amazing. And you know what? Since you've been with Miracle Flights longer than I have, which I've been with Miracle Flights 2.5 years, I mean, how did this come to be? How did you first hear about Miracle Flights?
So we moved here in 2018. And so after that, after getting settled and all that good stuff, I decided I wanted to get involved in the community. So I was looking around and I looked on Volunteer Match. And I found Miracle Flights, and they were holding an event, and it was at Top Golf. And I thought, that's going to be kind of fun. You know, let me see what that's all about. And I looked you guys up, and I read what you were all about. And so I thought, okay, signed up, and there you go.
Oh, I love that. That is just incredible. And again, that was before my time. I've heard that that was such an amazing event, which I wish I could have been part of. But
Yeah.
wow, do you have any favorite moments from that event that you can remember?
It was very organized, which was really impressive to me. So we got there and everything ran really well. The people that attend these events are just amazing. I don't know how you guys get all these different types of people to come, but they love Miracle Flights and they're very devoted to it and they just really are appreciative of it. And so the vibe there is just really positive. Everybody was happy, it was well run, everything went well. So I thought, this is a really good organization.
I love that. And that's great to hear too, coming from a volunteer, because sometimes we don't know. We're not always able to touch base with our volunteers and ask them firsthand about their experience and how they enjoyed it. So I'm really happy to hear that. Excellent. So, I mean, you've been such a consistent and dedicated part, of our volunteer community. I mean, can you share some of the different roles and other things you've been a part of, especially wine walk, soiree?
Yes, yes. I have volunteered for quite a few of your events.
Which we love you. Thank you so much.
I know. Well, you guys really do interesting things, and it's all different kinds of things, and they're all fun things, And like I said, the positivity there is really, infectious. So I have been to the wine walks. I've been to the soiree, Jags and Jets. Let's see. I kind of made a list. Oh, golf tournaments. The Light for Flight went there. Walk of the Heart. Battle for Vegas, all kinds of different ones. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so of course I had to go to the Trunk or Treat or Trick or Treat or whatever that one was.
Which you were phenomenal too. I remember as soon as I seen you, I was like, I know this is going to be incredible because Sherry you are a superstar. I mean, you are so helpful and just incredible at these events. And I'm just so excited every time I see you there. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So they're a lot of fun, yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. And you are a balloon extraordinaire. A lot of times at our events, we blow up Miracle Flights branded balloons, and you are phenomenal. I'm over there, I'm struggling, trying to tie a knot, and you've got like 50 balloons done. I look, I'm like, Sherry, you're phenomenal. I mean, it's just something else.
Well, you know
really.
what? After the first time I had to blow up balloons, I was like, my fingers are killing me.
Yeah, I
And so
know.
I looked online and I found this little plastic thing.
I remember you brought it with you.
Yes, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get that because the next time I go to an event and I have to blow these up,
Yes.
I'm going to use that.
Like I'm using this little thing, and it's such a little. It's like a piece of plastic, but it saves your fingers. I
does.
mean,
It
more
does.
than anything. Yeah.
It does, definitely.
And speaking of a little teaser, we do have a community event that we're a part of, and you've come to help us there before too. It's at downtown Summerlin. It's the PBS event happening in October. So that's another big one where we blow up a lot of balloons for the kids. So, of course, I'll touch base with you, but we would
Okay.
love to have you there as well.
Okay.
Definitely.
I will be there.
So, when it comes to Soiree, since you volunteered with us before and you were actually a guest at this year's Soiree, what was one of your favorite moments being a volunteer and being a guest, seeing it from both sides?
Being a volunteer is fun, putting it all together, kind of, helping, making sure guests are happy and all that good stuff. And when you're a volunteer, you're usually just kind of in one area. And so you kind of only get the vibe of that particular area. But I try to look around and see what's going on, make sure everybody's happy. That's just kind of my nature. So that I like to do that, and I like to be kind of behind the scenes, really, is what I enjoy. And then you guys invited me to go, which was really exciting. And that was a lot of fun. So you get the experience of actually being a guest then. So the whole thing from the arrival, how you're greeted, which was fantastic, getting into the event, all that stuff, how it's organized. So you see it from a different perspective, and you kind of take a step back and you go, okay, where's the food? Where's the drink? What's going on?
Exactly.
How does it all flow? So it's good to do that, I think, periodically, especially when you put on events,
Yes.
to see what the guest experience is. And both were great. I really enjoyed both of them.
I love that. Is there anything that stuck out to you when you were a volunteer at Soiree that you've seen as a guest or vice versa that, really was like, wow, I can appreciate this more, or wow, this was really, tough to do, now being of course, a guest, seeing it through different eyes as opposed to a volunteer. Is there any moment that stuck out to you?
I think the most important thing is when a guest arrives, it's the first impression.
First impression, yes.
And if that is well organized, then it kind of flows into the rest of the evening, I think. And it's well organized. So as being a volunteer, it was all set up, well, organizing the hundreds of people that were volunteering, where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do, they're understanding how to check people in, all that good stuff. And then when you're a guest and you arrive and the people already know what to do and they understand, and the computer and all that kind of stuff, I think that's kind of one of the most important things. Obviously, the speeches and meeting, the family that is being honored, is very moving always. And so that's always a good part. But I think the first impression and the wow factor is really kind of what reels people in, and puts them in a really good mood for the entire evening. And then everybody's happy, they're willing to donate, be a part of the event. And so it kind of sets it.
Yeah, and it all kind of comes together, right? I love that.
Yes.
And I think the same thing, too. And being an events coordinator, looking at it from that perspective, is that first impression is when you really get people, right? Is when you really reel everybody in, so that way they know, oh my goodness, this is going to be a phenomenal event. Like, there's already a wow factor as soon as you walk in. So what's the rest of this going to look like? It's going to be amazing.
Exactly.
Now, I know you didn't win the flyaway trip, but if you would have won the flyaway trip, is there anything, were you ready to go that night?
I was not.
Oh! Which a lot of people too, they say, we're not ready, but we have had winners
Yeah.
that have won our flyaway trip at the end of Soiree, and they actually had to buy clothes when they got to the destination.
really?
Yes.
I think I would be prepared, but
You might be
with
prepared, but-
animals at home, you just kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm not really ready to take off.
Yeah,
but,
just jet set. But
yes, no, but that's always excited. I love to see the people that come up with their suitcases in hand, and
Yeah.
they're ready to go, and it's like, wow, that's dedication.
pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.
And what about some of our activations too that we had at this year's past Soiree? So we had a couple different ones. We had the Makers and Finders cart. They were serving coffees. They were also serving espresso martinis. We had a really cool caricature artist that did high end. I'm not sure if you and your husband were able to get in on that. I hope you did.
We didn't.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, we'll have
It was
to have
busy.
them come back. It was busy, yeah. Is there
yeah.
anything that stood out to you in terms of activations that you think maybe we should have back at our next soiree? Or
Yeah, I think having it spread out as far as being able to have those activities for people to do so they're not just kind of standing around, and going from booth to booth is kind of fun always. You had like a spinning thing that was kind of funny.
Yeah, the human slot machine.
Yes. That was actually kind of funny. I thought that was good too. It's just the decorations are really, they sparkle and everything looks glamorous, and it's just a happy event, I think.
I love that. I love it. And I'm excited to announce a little bit of a teaser, but we do have soiree coming up next March, March 27th of 2026. So, of course, Sherry, you're going to be there. I'm not sure in what capacity, but we need you to be there. So
I will be there. Always there. Yes.
And, after all these years of volunteering with us, what truly inspires you to keep coming back to Miracle Flights? Because there are several different options out there, I know, for volunteer work. And I mean, we are just so grateful that you do keep choosing us. What is one thing you would say?
It's really the people. It's really when you go to these events. It's not only you and your staff, they're also positive. It's the people at these events. I remember there was one event. It was a superhero 5K.
Yes.
And I just remember that day. It was really hot, and all these people were dressed up in superhero costumes, very dedicated. I mean, they were
to the nines, right?
Yes.
I mean, they were really decked out and they were ready. Yeah.
They were sweating to death, and but walking around, and the families that were there, and I know these families, have challenges, getting choked up, and they have challenges, yet they're there, and they're so happy and grateful, and the looks on these kids' faces when they saw these superheroes was just like they were so happy.
Yeah.
And,
You're making me get choked up now. I'm like, oh, my goodness.
It does because, it's just the feeling that you get.
Yeah.
And they're all just so grateful, and it's just amazing.
I love that. Yeah, it's such a beautiful feeling, right? It really warms your heart, and it's true inspiration, too, to see these families and these children and what they're going through, what they're overcoming, and to be, some little part of their story, but to be a part of that story to help out and volunteer is just incredible. Oh, I love that. I'm telling you, I need a tissue. Like, you're making me tear up over here.
I know. I didn't think I would because I'm usually not that emotional, but it's just like you see these people and you just go, wow, they're saints.
They really are. Yeah, it's incredible. What advice would you give to someone thinking about getting involved and that might be a little bit hesitant to jump into volunteering?
It's so easy to do. I mean, you can spend as much time as you want or as little time as you want. And I know I volunteer for a lot of events and things like that, but in reality, it's a few hours.
Yeah.
Every so often. It's not like 10 hours a week or anything like that. So just jump in and volunteer, and then find something that you truly are passionate about. And go to an event and help. And if you like it, stick with it. If you don't like it, move on to something else. But, this is a great organization, so I would highly recommend it. At least try it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's as easy as that. Like you just said, try it out and see if you like it, and also come to as an event goer, and just check it out from both sides. I think that's really important. And you did mention something important earlier, too, about Volunteer Match. That's how you found us. And we still do use that as our platform to find volunteers. But there is another way, too, of course. MiracleFlights.org is a way to connect with us and find out how to volunteer. And if you could, one more thing before we let you go, and I've enjoyed my time so much with you here. Would you like to share any words of wisdom or anything for our listeners, our families listening, our staff? Just one more piece of love to put out there.
It's just, it's really amazing to be a volunteer. Anybody should just kind of jump in. You're looking to be a part of something. You want to feel like you're contributing. You want to feel valued, and you want to feel like you're making a difference. And when you feel that, it feels great. And so, and that's what Miracle Flights makes me feel. So I would definitely do it.
I love that. Oh, you are just phenomenal. A round of applause for Sherry. I just want you to be so lovely. Thank you so much again for your time.
You're very welcome.
And we just appreciate you. And I'm so excited to see you at our next event.
I'll be there.
Thank you, Sherry.
Okay.
Cassie, that is amazing. It's so great to hear from both Paul and Sherry. Their enthusiasm is so infectious, and I really hope that it helps inspire those of you out there listening to go to miracleflights.org and, maybe volunteer your time at one of our wonderful events. So, yeah, miracleflights.org is where you can go to volunteer. And what else can you do there?
And not just volunteer, but you could check out how to donate, how to request a flight, and go through all of our amazing tabs. You can see all of our fun events we've done in the past, what we've got coming up in the future, and connect with us. We love that.
Absolutely. And please remember, whatever platform that you are listening to us on, be sure to subscribe. And if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. And do share the video with your friends and family. You never know who's going to need a miracle flight.
Until next time, keep those seatbelts fastened. Miracles have a tendency to take off when you least expect it.
We know you have many choices when listening to a podcast, and we thank you for choosing the Miracle Flight Deck.